Welcome to the free and cheap roundtable. If you like to eat, this segment is for you. And with a tough economy, it's tough because folks don't have a lot of money to spend on eating out. But our bloggers are back, and we've got some great ideas for you. A little bit of a duel going on.
Yeah. Not so much of a duel. We're in cahoots.
Okay.
We both like this.
With restaurant.com, right?
Restaurant.com. I enjoyed. I mean, I like looking for the kids eat free and stuff like that. The buy one get ones, the cheap all you can eat. But restaurant.com, I think, is a great way you can experience new restaurants. For most times, they have $7. You can get a $25 off gift certificate. A little bit of rules saying you have to spend either $35, $45, but you're knocking off $25 for dinner for two. You're still going to spend that minimum amount that they want, and it's a nice way. The one thing I do like as well is I actually ordered one for Giordano's up in Newport Richey, went out of business, went to my email one day. They're saying, hey, type in your passcode, and we'll give you another certificate. It doesn't cost you a dime. So picked up one for Watercolor Steakhouse and Grill, and
that's good to know that they stood by their,
Oh yeah, it was nice that, I mean, I didn't even go up there to let them know that was out of business. They contacted me, said, hey, we'll do it for you. No work that you really have to do.
That's good.
And they're great restaurants too. The restaurants that the certificates are available are places like Shula's Steakhouse. I mean, Armani's, which I love. They have that whole cold antipasta bar that you can make all your choices from. And then lower end places like the Jerk Hut. So there's a range. And you can often get those certificates much cheaper. And in fact, I even did some math. I did a breakdown. It's like, okay, at their regular price, you're going to save about 37% off of your bill if you follow the guidelines and stick to what
What's the percentage
minimums.
Again?
About 37%.
That's big. I mean, you're pushing 40% savings.
Yes, but that's if you watch what you've bought, and like they have minimums. On a 25, you have to spend 35 at most. But when you start going over that, when you spend 45, now it's only 25% savings. When you spend 50, 23. So you can't let your kids go crazy,
And one thing I like too is there's a lot of restaurants that actually offer not even just the 25, but they have $50, $75, $100.
Right.
So if you're taking another couple out, some friends and all that for a nice dinner, you know you're going to hit that amount because the amount keeps raising, but you know you're going to hit, so you can take a bunch of people out for a nice dinner, enjoy yourself. And
they make nice gifts too. You just put in the zip code of whoever you're buying the gift for, and it shows you what restaurants are in their area.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And then give it as a gift.
It's a great gift.
Yeah. Oh, that's great.
Yeah. Especially like your parents or whatever. Hey,
The only downfall is you got to make sure, because a lot of them only take one certificate. So if you go with a couple of people, only one certificate is allowed to be used.
Okay.
So yeah.
And watch, because often an 18% gratuity is already on the bill.
Yes.
Do not double tip.
Unless you have really good service.
Well,
I'm
or
sorry.
you can put a little extra, but you don't want to double tip.
No.
But you throw in some more. But so,
All right.
yeah.
What do you have, Debbie?
Well, if I have two girls, and we like to go out to eat quite a bit. But some places, you have your regular places, Beef O'Brady's and IHOP and some other places that if you buy one adult meal, you can get a kid's meal for free. And those are different times. You have to check and see which days they are. But Cody's Roadhouse has it where you can buy one adult meal and get two kids free. So if you really are doing your cost-cutting savings, maybe as the adult you get the burger or something instead of getting the big steak, and then you can save more money. Of course, across the board, one way to save money, and my kids look at me like I'm crazy half the time, but my mom did the same thing. We drink water. Because if you try to buy the sodas and everything else, I mean, sometimes they charge you $2, and that's a lot of money. So if you can just drink water at some of these places, it's a huge savings. And another thing, too, is, a lot of these mom and pops, I have a place called Savory's near where I am in Maria's. I'm over in Pinellas County. And Savory's, the portions are huge. They might not have the free children's meals, but the price for a kid's meal is very low. And my daughter got a huge plate of spaghetti this big, and even I had chicken parm, it's this big. I can save that. We saved it for a whole nother meal. So if you can go to a place where they have huge portions, like those small mom and pops that do that, you can save that way too, because the prices there are economical anyhow.
Okay, let's do our daily deals. Did anybody bring anything to the table?
I brought Evos. Kids eat free on Sundays with purchase of an adult meal. And Evos is great, healthy stuff.
Do you have one?
Just if you are going to jump on restaurant.com, they have a sale that's ending today with the code word DEAL. And knock that $7 price down to $3 for a $25 gift certificate. Ends today, so you got to act quick.
And yours isn't restaurant related, right?
Well,
Oh,
I
it
was going
is?
to do that, but actually I didn't talk about this, so I'm going to. In my circular with the grocery ads yesterday in the mail, I received this sweet tomatoes ad, and you can get a $20, it's $19.99 family dinner, which is 2 adults, 2 children, and that's for dinner. But they have an extra coupon that if you have a bunch of children, you can get an additional kid for 99 cents.
They can't
And you
beat
can
that.
do that up to 4 additional children. So
Is it lunchtime
basically-
yet?
No, so that's for dinner.
All right,
That's
for dinner, okay.
But that's a pretty good deal.
It's a great deal. Those are great ideas. We thank you for joining us this week. Join us next week, of course, and like us on Facebook and post your ideas of where you're finding great deals on where to eat.